Hey guys, welcome. I'm Jenna and today we are talking empties. I have this box here full of empties and we're going to talk about them. Oh, I do have a couple of declutters in here as well, which I will also talk about. This is probably over the last 3 months or so. Some of it may be a little bit older, but there's a fair few things in here. Also, my body is trying its hardest to fight off a cold, so I am a little bit sniffly. I do apologize for that. But let's just get stuck into this. What am I going to start with? I want to start with some of the older stuff first. Oh, we'll start with this guy. First one is the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. This is just a little mini that I got in a little mini set for a birthday or something. I can't remember. I love this. This is glorious. It is salted caramel and pistachio. If you haven't smelt it, I highly recommend, because it is delicious. It's very hydrating as well. I find this quite nourishing on the skin. I have tried the Emco Beauty dupe of this, but it is not actually a dupe. There's no real comparison. Like, you kind of get, I guess you get a similar sort of vibe from it, but it's not the same. It's not as nourishing. It doesn't last as long. It's not as delicious. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this. And I would definitely repurchase this, but it's so expensive, so it won't be for a while. But definitely love this one. Next is the Axis Y Dark Spot Correcting Glow Toner. This is another one that I really liked. I actually won this in a giveaway, and I really enjoyed this. I would definitely purchase this myself. It's nice and hydrating on the skin. That's the main thing that I enjoyed about it. But yeah, really, really like this. I love that it's in a little spray bottle as well. I was worried that I would use this a lot quicker because it's in a spray bottle, but I didn't. It still lasted a while. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. Very, very nice. On to another one that I wasn't overly fussed about. This is the Emco Beauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. It's meant to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, one of the setting sprays. I don't know because I haven't used the Charlotte Tilbury one, but this was just okay. This isn't something that I would repurchase. Like, it's okay. It sets down makeup, but I found that this one was a little bit drying on my skin, and I'd put it in my project pan for the sole purpose of using it up. Now that I have, yeah, I wouldn't repurchase, but it's okay. I think if you have oily skin, you might like this one, but as a dry skin person, I just didn't. I would find that sometimes it would feel a bit tight on my skin after applying this. Very, very fine mist on this, almost annoyingly so, because you would have to really, really spray a million times just to get enough on your face. But yeah, I mean, it's okay, but I wouldn't repurchase. Next is this. This is the Gem Skin Loving Deodorant. I adore this. I was actually sent one of these by the brand in exchange for a review, and I was so impressed by it, I actually purchased this one myself. This one is obviously empty, and I have repurchased this scent. This is the Vanilla Macadamia. I also got the coconut something. That one is nice, but it's a little bit too sweet. Like, it's very powdery, and it has like a very sweet, it has a sweetness to it, but it's almost too sweet. This one though is powdery, but it's also sweet and nutty at the same time. Really, really nice. This one is definitely my favorite scent. They did send me the Santal, scent, however you say that. That one's nice, but it leans a bit more masculine and it's very woody. It's got that like woody, smoky sort of scent to it. I don't like that as much, but it is still nice. And if you like more masculine type of scents or unisex scents, you might actually really enjoy that. Another one that I really love that I have repurchased multiples is this guy. This is the Asano Collagen Boost Cream Cleanser. This is my favorite cream cleanser of all time. I've been using this for, I want to say 4 or 5 years. Ever since they released this product, I've been using it pretty much religiously. I have strayed away a little bit just because I've been trying to use different types of cleansers, but nothing compares to this. It is very, very creamy, thick, feels very luxurious to use, and I just love it. It doesn't dry my skin out. It doesn't leave my skin feeling tight and dry immediately after use. It's probably the only ones that does that. And I find that other cream cleansers can leave a little bit of a film on the skin, whereas this one doesn't. Brilliant, love it. We'll continue to purchase this, and I have been purchasing, I've purchased countless amounts of these. I've got heaps of sunscreens. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 sunscreens in total. I go through sunscreen a lot because I wear it every single day. My girls will often wear these sunscreens on their face as well. My youngest is prone to dermatitis. Sorry, my youngest is prone to eczema. Is that even the same thing? Anyway, she's prone to eczema. So, and I found that certain sunscreens will set that off. None of these have that issue. So let's talk about one that I wasn't overly fussed on, and it's the Takobo Sika Calming Sun Serum. I felt that this was a little bit too heavy for my skin, so I gave it to my husband. He's used it up. He didn't have any complaints about it, so that's saying something. But yeah, I just found it to be a little bit too heavy for my personal preference, so I wouldn't repurchase that one. This is another one that I won't repurchase, but I did enjoy using. I typically love a sunscreen with a really thin, almost serum-y consistency, and I found this one a little bit too light and watery for my liking. It's the Beauty of Jason Relief Sun Rice Plus Prebiotics. I did like it, but not enough to repurchase it. As I said, I found it a little bit too thin and watery, and it's not bad. I just have others that I prefer using over this one, so I wouldn't repurchase this one, but it is a nice sunscreen. This is another one that I really did enjoy. It's the Bondi Sands sunscreen fluid. I purchased this while it was on special, so I think it was like $7 or something like that. I kind of wish I got more because my girls really enjoyed using this one, particularly my 3-year-old. She likes this, and it actually sat really, really well on her skin, didn't flare up her eczema. I think the main reason that both of them enjoyed it is the applicator, because it's just like the little squeezy applicator. So yeah, I would apply this to my youngest's face, and she didn't have any issues with it and didn't complain that it would, go into her eyes or anything like that, which is sometimes an issue that they get. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase this one. These are the last 2 sunscreens. These are definitely 2 of my favorites. This one here is the Dermaveen Sensitive Sun Invisible Fluid. The reason I like this one is because it is 4 hours water resistant. I use this on very hot days because it's one of the very few sunscreens that I feel like I'm not sweating off immediately. I I don't necessarily wear this when it starts to get cooler, so I won't repurchase it straight away. But when it starts to get warmer, and I see it on special, I will purchase it. And this is my second or third tube bottle of this, so I do really enjoy this. And then one of my favorite sunscreens of all time, this is the Banana Boat Face Fluid, Ultralight Face Fluid. This is like my perfect sunscreen. I absolutely adore this. This is probably my third, maybe even my fourth bottle of this. I just think this sits beautifully on the skin. It is very lightweight. It goes onto the skin really, really easily, and it dries down matte. So it doesn't feel like I have any sunscreen on whatsoever after this is dried down. It says it has a soft matte finish. Absolutely, I would 100% agree with that. It's matte, but it's not drying, and it actually is quite hydrating on the skin. I absolutely believe that this is one of the most underrated sunscreens like ever. It's so good. So good. If you haven't tried it, if you don't like the feeling of sunscreen, I would highly recommend picking this one up because it's just brilliant. I'll go through the decluttery type of products last, but I've only got 3 more empties to go through. This is a very meh product. Would not repurchase this. It's the L'Oreal Elvive Hyaluron Plump Moisture Wrapping Mask. It's a hair mask. Just is very meh. What I look for in a hair mask or any sort of conditioning product is I, first of all, want it to moisturize my hair. I want my hair to feel moisturized afterwards, but I don't want it to weigh my hair down. And this is one of those products where if you use too little of it, it doesn't do anything. But if I use more of it, it weighs my hair down and it just makes my scalp really oily super quickly. So I want something that is hydrating but isn't going to weigh my hair down. And I just found that I couldn't find a happy medium with this product. Another thing that I look for in hair masks is I want to be able to detangle my hair while the mask is in. So I want to essentially be able to finger comb my hair and get all of the tangles out. I get particularly tangly up here at the crown of my head, probably the way I sleep. And with this, I just found that it didn't detangle anything, and I was having to tug a lot on my hair to try and get the tangles out while I was in the shower. So yeah, this is a very meh product. I would not repurchase this. I mean, if you have just like not very damaged hair, if you have straight hair, you might enjoy it. But yeah, it's a no from me. Down to the final 2 products, empty products. And these, well, one of these is a definite yes, and one of these is probably not. So the probably not is the La Roche-Posay Mela B3 serum. This is a serum that is supposed to be targeted towards hyperpigmentation. I do have hyperpigmentation. I've got melasma on this side. Well, on this side as well, but it's worse over here. I didn't really notice too much of a difference with my hyperpigmentation while using this. I also use retinol, and I also use a chemical exfoliant fairly regularly, and I just didn't notice that this boosted that in any way. Yeah, so this is also so expensive. It's like, I want to say $79 or something. It's really, really expensive. I purchased it when it was 40% off. I would not pay full price for this. Absolutely not. The results don't justify the price, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I would not repurchase this one, but it was enjoyable to use. I just didn't get huge results out of it, that's all. Now, the last empty that I want to talk about is this one here. This is the Kenzico Radiant Facial Oil. No, it's the facial serum, Jenna. I loved this. I would 100% purchase this. It is on the pricier side, but this is actually an Australian owned brand. And she makes like small batches of each of these products. So I think that the price is justified. But yes, I really liked this. It's got vitamin C and CoQ10 in it. I can never really remember what CoQ10 is. I think it's like a collagen type of product. So it's supposed to help plump the skin. Even though this has vitamin C in it, I didn't have any negative reactions to it, and I can be quite sensitive to vitamin C. But yeah, this is just a really nice everyday serum. It definitely does help plump the skin. I found my skin to feel more like hydrated and plumped afterwards. It smells, okay, hear me out. It smells like, do you remember Clag glue, I think it was called? Like the glue paste in primary school. It smells like that. If you're not Australian, you probably don't know what on earth I'm talking about, but it was like the paste glue that you would unscrew the lid and it would have like the brush on the end of it, and it smells like that kind of glue. So, and it's not in a bad way. I don't want you to be like, really, I'm not buying this because it smells like glue. It doesn't have a bad smell, and what I'm trying to get to is that it doesn't smell like it has any fragrance added to it. It smells like this is just how the product smells. So there isn't artificial fragrance or anything like that, and I actually like the smell of it. And the smell does dissipate after you actually apply it. The thing I really like about this is it's really nice to layer with, because I use a lot of hydrating products in my skincare routine, and this almost feels like it sets them down, because this doesn't have a glowy finish. You would think it would, because it's a radiant facial serum, but the radiance is more because of what the product is supposed to do, because it's got the vitamin C and everything in it. I really enjoyed this, and I will purchase it again. I'm just waiting for their new product to launch before I purchase that as well as this. Now I'm going to talk about the declutters. So I've got, oh no, I lied, I've got one more empty. This is the NYX Pore Filler, focus on the product. There we go. The NYX Pore Filler Primer. This is just a little sample that I got in a, what was it? Advent calendar one year. I finally finished it. I do like it. I'm just not really into pore filling primers anymore. It's just not my sort of style. But if you like this type of primer, I think you will enjoy that one. But I won't repurchase just because it's not my thing. All right, now we're actually done with the empties, and I'm going to talk about a couple of declutters. So I've got two blushes. One is the Revlon Gel Serum Blush, and the other one is the Ultra 3 Faux Flush Liquid Blush. With the Revlon one, I just find that it's not pigmented enough for my liking. Even on those days where I am wearing very minimal makeup, it's just not enough blush for me. It's very thin. It is definitely a gel serum type of texture, but I just find that it kind of blends away to nothing on me. I want something that's just a little bit more punchy. So yeah, I am going to offer this to a friend. But yeah, it's just not my style of blush. And then this one is very pigmented, but it's just not the right shade. It's very orange. And I think I had gone through a phase where I was like, oh yeah, orange blush. And it was a very short-lived phase, because now, like, look how orange that is. Now I'm like, you are never going to wear that, Jenna. What on earth are you doing? Like, I can blend it out and it's not super orange, but it's just not my thing. It's just not the type of blush that I like to wear. So that's why we're getting rid of that one. And then the last one is a product from my project pan that I'm giving up on. It is the L'Oreal Oil Eyeshadow. I actually really like this product, and in a recent video I raved about this product because I do really like it. The reason I'm getting rid of it is because I am just not reaching for it. And I have so many eyeshadow palettes to the point where I'm not using this because I've got eyeshadow palettes, and I love the formula of the eyeshadow palettes a lot more. This is definitely something that I would recommend. It's just getting too old, and I can't, like I started using this as bronzer to see how I liked it, and I did enjoy it, but just not enough to use it. So I'm kind of like, you know what? Rather than trying to force myself to use this product, I just need to, we're just done with it, essentially. So yeah, that is a declutter. That is all of my empties. Oh, and a couple of declutters. So let me know what you think. If you've tried any of these products, let me know your thoughts on them. Even if they're products that I was like, or products that I said I really loved and you have opposing thoughts, let's hear about them. That's the beauty of beauty, right? Not every size fits everybody. Everybody has different preferences. I would love to hear your thoughts down below, but thanks for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, then I would love it if you subscribed and also liked the video. But yeah, other than that, thanks again for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.